Hey everybody, I'm Chris Fafalius, and I'm the producer of Krista Makes a Podcast and the host of the One Hit Thunder podcast.
And I'm Matt Kelly, host of Horror Movie Night and the producer / the head of content for the Geekscape Podcasting Network.
Between the two of us, we have, believe it or not, 25 years of podcasting experience, and we want to help you start your own podcast.
We know podcasting, and we want to share that knowledge with you.
So whether you're new to podcasting or you want some feedback on your currently active podcast, we want to help.
Or perhaps you're just overwhelmed with all of the editing work. Well, we can help you with that also.
You can check out our website at weknowpodcasting.com for more information.
We're excited to help your podcasting dreams become a reality.
Summer first.
Okay.
It's a cruel summer.
See,
that doesn't sound good in my ears. I'll tell you that.
It's a cruel summer.
I don't know what
you have a third? I love when we do three different things. That's my favorite.
Like in my head, it was like, we're cruel for the summer.
Okay, that's good too.
All right, so we're cruel for the summer.
We are also, I was going to sing the whole bridge of Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift.
It's off one of her best
Did you get
albums,
nervous?
Lover.
Lover, yes.
Putting that in I think that's top 3 material for T Swift.
It's good stuff, yeah. So we are recording this while there's 4 episodes out, and we're going to talk about all 4. So if you haven't watched...
Stop listening if you haven't watched, because we're spoiling everything that has happened so far.
So this is Cruel Summer on Freeform.
And if you haven't watched, pause this right now
Peep that
and
shit
watch
on Hulu.
it.
Yeah.
You might judge because it's a freeform show, but you will not be disappointed.
It's pretty tight.
It is
I
good.
was
Really
sucked
tight.
in real quick.
It is good. Like, I saw the previews and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. And then Kathleen was like, I think you fuck with it. And then I watched it. I was like, sold. I'm in.
So I liked the way they did it. They dropped 2 episodes at once.
Love that.
I love that because you needed it. Because episode 2 was what sucked me in. 1 was good, but 2 was like, okay. Because I'm a Kate girl. I'm going to do a hot take right off the bat. I despise Jeanette. Like,
yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's an opinion that everyone has, but I really am like, I don't like her in any year.
No.
At any point, in any time.
I actually loved this week's episode because she wasn't in it
I know,
at all.
which I feel like episode 5 is going to be a big
all
Jeanette
about
episode.
her. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what I'm interested about this is I also agree with you that Jeanette's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
But the only thing that's been sitting in my brain, and again, I'm going to just repeat this. If you're listening to this and you haven't watched the show, you're making some mistakes. But there has to be a red herring somewhere. You know what I mean? Like everything seems too clean cut that I'm like, what is going to happen in like episode 7 or 8 where you're just like mind blown by the twist?
How many is there total? Do we
8.
know? 8 total? Oh my God, that's not enough.
It's definitely
We're
not
already halfway.
enough.
Because that just means they're going to do 87 seasons, and I just want one and done. Like, I want this. I want it solved.
We're
and-
having like a Pretty Little Liars round 2.
Let me check, because I think I saw that it was listed as like a mini series. So I think it is just a one and done.
That would be
and you know what
incredible.
that means if it ends soon?
Tell
like,
me.
we're going to get a fall season, I think.
Cruel Fall.
Like, you mean it's going to be like anthology?
No. Like, we're going to get like a new season's going to come out in the fall.
Well, he's saying it's one and done.
Oh, I thought he was saying, I thought a mini
The
series.
fall's in 3 months.
Oh,
Says you think
I was
they
like it.
taped something already?
They
for
could
that?
be right
I
now.
mean,
couldn't they?
They could just not have more episodes written down, but according to Wiki, it's only 7. So there's only 3 episodes left to tie up everything. This
And it's a mini series.
So
we're only getting
let
one
me
season.
See. I'm double checking this.
This is rumors.
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
fake
now they're
news.
saying series. So maybe it might get picked up again. I don't know.
It will.
It
If
will get picked up again.
Yeah.
It's got a 90% on Rotten
Okay,
Tomatoes,
yeah,
which
so
is crazy for Freeform.
Okay, so the Jeanette stuff, I really thought that Jeanette was like simple as she stole her identity. Basically, she stole Kate's like everything. So she saw Kate and then was like, oh shit, if I rescue her, I won't be with what's his name anymore.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like that. But there's actually a lot of different layers where it's like she could have been like, first of all, she's breaking into this house all the time, right? So it's like when you witness a crime while you're committing a crime is an issue in general.
Yep.
Right? So like she has that layer, she has the boyfriend layer, and of course that scene when she's watching like a show about somebody in court like pleading to the jury, and then she mimics it.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Evil.
That was probably the only part I've ever liked her in.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, that was riveting.
Yeah.
Haunting almost.
Yeah. She's spooky.
So
Yeah.
I will say that like young Jeanette, I relate to, because like watching her with her friends, I'm like, that was 100% me and like middle school hanging out with my friends like Tom and Jesse. We were those dorky kids that would go to the mall, walk around, living life to the beat of our own drum. I liked the storytelling of this. I liked the jumping around
It's good.
in all these time frames because you have all these questions of like what happened in that year between each moment.
Mm-hmm.
I hate her nerdy stage because they make her so nerdy. Like she's always like,
Yeah, it's
like
insane.
I'm just like, God.
Oh, she's
just
Katy
stop.
Perry in the last Friday Night music video.
Yeah, and
Yeah, like I'm like, we get it. Like like you're overdoing it. Like it's killing me.
And to say I don't like her is like seems harsh, but even in her younger stage, the second she gets a taste of like doing bad things, she's like being sus the whole time. So it's not
Yeah.
even like she's sweet and then something happens. It's like she's like turning bad from the moment we see her. And she gets a taste of it and whatever it is. But I really do. I think the setup of this, it's like one day, 3 years apart, each
Yeah.
episode is brilliant. And I like the way they use color to like
Yes.
divide.
I
like,
was going to
okay,
say the
yeah.
fact that like the most current timeline is almost blue and
Yep.
black.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
It's
Uh-huh.
dark. Yeah.
I think that's very clever.
The use of song is really cool. Like as a child of that time period, like it's cool hearing all of these songs that I loved, but then hearing them do like the big one for me is there's like a trip hop version of Zombie by the Cranberries at the end of the second episode. And I was like,
Yeah, I love
you've
that.
just taken a song that I've heard a million times and given me such a unique twist on it
Yeah.
that like fits this scene so well.
Oh my God, when she gets out of the car and just starts screaming
Oh
her
my
head off.
God.
Yes. Kate.
Insane.
Team Kate forever.
I also wanted to say that I thought Jeanette was going to be in on it with the vice principal. Like I thought she was going to be like in and out and like part of it. I'm glad that she
and
wasn't.
I still
Or she
don't
might be. Who's to
fully
say?
understand what the vice principal is doing.
Because there's no like
There's-
sexual.
No,
it
there's
seems like
nothing.
there's no.
It's like he's like feeding her, but then in this episode he like drugged her to bring like groceries
It's
because she attacked him.
Yeah,
But it's like weird. Like we don't know what his intentions are at all.
yeah. I meant to look into the psyche of people like that who are like just holding people captive,
Yeah.
like captors just in general, because it's not always a sexual thing, and we don't know
No.
if it wasn't a sexual thing. Like we don't know that for a
Yeah,
fact. But it doesn't
they haven't
seem
really
like,
like gone too
Yeah.
much
I
into
mean,
it.
they did start episode 4 with like a trigger warning message about it showing grooming.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it could still be sexual without actually being sexual, because it could be that he's trying to enforce a Stockholm syndrome
Yeah, totally.
into Kate,
Yeah.
where she becomes obsessed and dependent
Mm-hmm.
with him, and then he has the control. That's usually what happens
I
in like
don't
those types of
know. Like
situations.
I'm kind of getting the vibe that like there's so many different things that could happen. Like I texted, did I text you separate or did I text the group chat saying like I want to look up spoilers? Was that texting up separately?
I think that was.
But that
I don't know.
texting
I don't know.
Because I do. Like I'm like I just want to know what the fuck's going
Well,
on, but
no
I'm
one
not
knows. It's
going
not
to.
out yet.
No, but like people have like fan theories. Like I want to like read them,
Oh,
but I also
no.
don't
yeah,
want to like
I was gonna
spoil
say
them
stay
for
away
myself.
from them. I think when you get into fan theories, you set yourself up for disappointment with whatever the story becomes.
I agree with that.
So,
Well, so I
I stay away
haven't.
from them.
I've
Yeah.
been good. But like Kate in the scene when they're at the campground, the woman that's there like gives her a look, and then she like says to her therapist like that she feels like something's like it was like you don't know, you can't trust like if people are setting you up. So that's why I don't know if like that's another possible thing with the teacher where it's like not like weird at all. Someone just like set him up to do that. Like someone like worked with him to do that.
I'm wondering if, I mean, there's a ton of, this is what's great about it is like,
There's so many
it's
different
such a
things it could
water
be.
cooler type
Yeah.
thing where you're just like, oh my God, or it could be this, or it could be this. But like, I'm not going to say that I think that the vice principal's innocent, because he's most definitely not.
Definitely not, no.
But I think that we're going to find out that the kidnapping has very little to do with Kate. Like, I'm thinking that he probably did something really bad that she may have witnessed, and he's trying to, like...
She seems pretty shocked of why he's doing it, though.
Yeah.
Like, in the scene where she's like, why? Talk to me.
Yeah.
She probably would have been saying, I won't tell anybody, I swear.
True.
Instead. Not to just bash your theory.
No, that's fine. Just smash it to the ground with a hammer.
It's in
just
bits in the floor.
destroyed. All right, I'll just go upstairs.
Well, let's just talk about Kate, though, because she is incredible. She's a star. She gives me Mandy Moore vibes.
Yeah, Olivia Holt. We give her a round of applause.
Yeah, clap, 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 clap. Big fan of Kate. Every time she's on screen, I'm like, fuck yeah. And I loved that her and Mallory became friends in this episode.
They're like best friends.
I enjoy it. Mallory just makes me laugh.
Oh
I think
she
she's Harley Quinn Smith. What a character.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kate just does an incredible job. It's like A Teacher, which we watched, which I ended up despising.
Yeah.
It was like a depiction of grooming. It was the trigger warning for that one, of course. I forget his name, but he did a amazing job at, like, they did a good job showing how it's going to ruin you. Like, they didn't, like, in the beginning, they definitely... Oh, my God,
From Dear Simon?
Yeah.
Dear Simon, is that what it's called?
Is it? No, it's
Love Simon.
It did not fit
I know,
in my ears.
It's not sounding right, but...
But, like, by the end, they were really sexualizing it in the beginning, but of course, but at the end, like, they did a good job. This is, the 3-year thing is such strong, powerful, like, representation of, like, this is what it will do to you. This is how it will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Even on Jeanette's side, where she's, like, shorter hair, depressed, just laying around because, God forbid, she didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like...
There has to be a big reveal that she had nothing to do with it.
Well,
'Cause I feel
why?
like
It's too obvious if she really is guilty.
that's what I
Like,
mean. That's the only reason I'm like...
Well, and Kate says in this episode that, like, the most recent episode, that she didn't see the intruder, but then when she looked out the window, she saw Kate running, and they locked eyes, and then she left.
Which, I mean, here's the other thing. This is something that I've been thinking about. Not again, I'm going to come off like I'm defending Kate, which I'm totally...
Matt is team
Wait,
Kate.
Kate or Jeanette?
Sorry,
Or
defending Jeanette.
He's team Jeanette.
But, like, I'm trying to think of it from, like, there has to be a twist, right?
Sure.
So, like, honestly, running out of a place and locking eyes with somebody and not knowing the circumstances, like, for all she knows, she's just like, oh, this girl didn't really run away. She got sick of her family and she's staying with the vice principal. Like, she doesn't know that it's a kidnapping captive thing. And additionally, we have no clue if she had a run-in with the principal where he was like, if you fucking tell anybody what's happening here, I'll slaughter you. And you're like, like, there's, like, things that could also be happening behind the scenes. Like, I feel like that's like the one thing that, like, bothers me is that it's like, well, this person saw this person, so clearly they're in the wrong for blah, 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 blah. It's like, did anybody want to get Jeanette's side of the story of what happened?
It's definitely a morality thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, for what we know right now, Jeanette isn't committing a crime, quote unquote. You know, it's like, of course, if you see someone being held captive behind bars in a basement, you should probably say something, right? Like, you still deserve to be shamed to death for not saying anything, but it's not a crime. I mean, witness, like,
that's what I mean.
Depending, like, she could just be like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Which she is doing. But you know what's a very interesting line? I forget what episode it's in, but middle Jeanette, when she's rescued, when Kate's rescued, she goes, where did they find her body?
Yeah.
Where she's dead, where they find her body, or whatever the phrase was. Jeanette was implying, like, oh, I already know she's dead. Where is she? Not being like, oh, is she okay? Is she alive?
Yeah.
She was like, oh shit, where'd they find the body?
I mean, again, I feel like if someone was missing for a year and then they're like, oh, they found so-and-so, I feel like it's already... the vibe that I got was that in that town, they already assumed that, like, something nefarious happened.
Matt loves Jeanette.
You fucking freak. He's a fucking freak.
No, I get it. I think, I don't know, there has to be some sort of, like, foreshadow going back to the first episode when Kate does break into the house and she's in the basement just, like, staring.
Yeah.
Jeanette.
God, fuck.
I
What is
know.
wrong with us?
Not
I
us,
know.
you guys,
Yeah,
the
it's us
Kellys.
too,
The Kellys can't do it.
Yeah, there's just too much going
Not
on.
I.
It's just because I love
I'm
Kate
waiting.
so
You're
much.
going to get one of them mixed up and
No,
we're going
I'm
to
not.
pounce.
She's like looking in the like mirrors, just like looking around the room. I think the mirrors are going to play like a weird part in this. Something with the mirrors, because we've gotten too many shots of the mirrors.
Well,
Dude, wow.
because
that's incredible.
Deep.
I think you nailed this, because the flip side of that is also, like, magic tricks if you know anything about magic tricks, you use mirrors because reflections of mirrors can completely hide something. So like it's possible that Jeanette was in the room and based on the mirrors, she never saw Kate, but Kate could see Jeanette.
Yeah,
and they both could be telling the truth.
But Jeanette was
outside.
No.
Jeanette wasn't downstairs.
Yeah, she was. When she broke into the house, she goes to the basement in the first episode.
No, I thought you meant
But
that when
Kate wasn't
Kate
missing
sees
yet.
her. Oh, I thought you meant when Kate sees her, she was in the basement. I was like, no, she was not.
No.
But I mean, that's why the mirrors could be there, is that they create an illusion of something not being
there. But I
there.
don't think Kate was missing yet when she broke into the house that summer. Was Kate missing
No.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying that if it could be
if they show again her going in the basement.
If they're showing the mirrors, it could be showing that he's already had these set up to make it like an optical illusion that something's not there if they were looking through a window.
I think we're cracking the code.
Dude, I love that idea. I'm going to rewatch all 4 episodes just to take because I didn't think twice about the fucking mirrors. I'll tell you that.
I didn't think about it until you said it, but yeah.
In this episode, like the mirrors have been freaking me out. Maybe it's just because like if I ever was in one of those mirror houses,
A fun house from us, you see us. Yeah.
That movie actually scared the shit out of me.
I
Like
mean,
I know,
duh, yeah.
like Kenny was like, "This is supposed to be like a horror comedy. Like, why
Yeah.
are you scared?" I was like scared. Like
That's petrifying.
the tether, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tethered.
The tethered voice,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Fucking no, you better fucking stop. No, but so in this week's episode, you get a shot again of Kate and the teacher or the principal in the basement, and I think it's when he's standing on the step holding the plate out, but it's like a shot where you can see them in both ends of the mirror.
Yeah.
So I'm like, something is going on with the fucking
Dude,
mirror.
wait a second. Wait.
Are you about to crack the code?
I am not. But I will tell you that I drove from Philly to Delco today, and on 95, when you get off 95 on that little like extension road thing, there's a huge billboard, Cruel Summer billboard, and there's mirrors in it.
I'm telling you, the mirrors are
It's
going
like
to be.
mirror. That's like the closing song.
I'm literally going to like now. I'm like, all right, do I go back and rewatch the first 4 episodes
I mean,
again
yeah,
just to like
so
look
you-
for mirrors?
You little minx.
I just kept thinking that. Like I'm like, and you're right. Now that I'm thinking of it, it's like they're both their faces in a mirror. Something with the fucking mirrors.
I'm telling you, if they bring up anything about magic in the next episode, I'm telling you that those mirrors are
the next
hiding. It's like-
episode, the opening scene, the vice principal was like, "You want to see a magic trick?" Matt's like, "Yeah."
It's like, we cracked the code. What's the code? Mirrors. That's all it is.
I'm
That's
a
all we know.
magician. This is all an illusion.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Everybody's innocent except for the vice principal. I still want to know what the hell's going on with the vice principal.
So
like,
there's
regardless
still
of the
so
mirrors.
much like, and then you got like Kate. We get the Kate IMing, and she's like, "What if I wasn't fully honest?" And then it's like, "Fuck, what wasn't she honest about?" Like, there's so many like lies going on.
We're supposed to believe she's messaging her sister, right? Her sister's the other person.
I think that's what the ending of this episode led us to believe.
Okay.
but
Because
like
she won't
Kate
open up.
obviously doesn't know that she's talking to her sister.
I thought that sister was a great addition.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
cool.
Yeah.
And I actually kind
Another
of
layer.
like that Jeanette's brother and her are friends.
Yeah.
Like
I want
that.
them to kiss for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree
You're
with that.
always shipping people.
That's all that matters.
Successfully ship this week on Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
I
too.
know, that was obvious. Shout out to our break cap. Ooh, we could talk about the Annabelle thing because, okay, Kate had an incredible episode. She was so good. And every time when she was telling that Annabelle story, I was gripped. That was so good. I can't believe the parents were just letting her tell that story. It's like, maybe stop her.
Yeah.
Like, what? The parents are so sketchy.
Oh, very sketchy. And they're both having affairs, which is just like, okay, bye.
So, Julie, I watched probably 30 minutes of the episode this morning, and then I had like 12 minutes left, and she texted me and was like, "Who's Annabelle?" And I had not seen anything about Annabelle yet, and I was like, I don't know. So when
She actually replied with, "Who's Fanny?" So I'm just going back to that story that we've told 100 times.
Yeah, so when she started talking about Annabelle, I'm like, there is no Annabelle. She was just using a fake name. It's her, bitch. You're so stupid.
You judgy
I was
hoe.
shit talking Julie in my head so hard, and then it was like, and that's when I saw Annabelle.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird when
And that's
Mallory
the
was
way it
like on
ends.
like
So, and she's like, I thought that she was Annabelle. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is happening?
oh my god, I wish this podcasting is not a visual medium, but Julie's whatever that just happened was great. I wish I had that on tape.
Dude,
because that was intense.
So fun fact about Harley Quinn Smith. It's actually not a fact about her whatsoever, but I did not know that was her name when I first started watching this. and Kathleen texted me and said Harley Quinn Smith, and I like laughed at it. Like, you can respond, because I thought she was calling her Harley Quinn because of all the colors in her hair.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, that's actually her name.
Yeah, it's Kevin Smith would name his daughter Harley Quinn because he's so.
And then Margot Robbie just
dork.
destroyed that for her once Suicide Squad came out. Anyways,
You harmonized it.
I liked the scene where Kate screams at Jeanette on the street,
and she's like panning on the window, and Jeanette looks shook.
It had to. The mirrors is great, because I would love it to be that Jeanette really didn't see something, and Jeanette's got to be in on it somehow, though.
You just want to hate Jeanette.
Well, no, because what the fuck?
And Jeanette does say when she breaks into the house, like in present day, we'll say like the 1995.
Yeah.
Her and the other guy that they were friends with, he catches her. Like, remember they're in the house. And he's like, have you been here before? And she's like, multiple times. And I felt like something come over me when I was in the house, like an evilness.
Yeah, totally.
So she's not 100% innocent. It's probably going to be some crazy twist, but she's feeling evil. I think Kate's being feeling a little evil, but I still love Kate. So
what do you mean by Kate's feeling evil?
Like, I think Kate has a little evilness to her. I think it's anger. It could just be anger.
It's definitely the anger now.
I want to know about the honesty thing. Like, something's like being
I think
hidden
in 1993, she's just a sweet ass girl. Like,
so sweet.
In 94, when she's found and her and Mallory are both in. First of all, I really love that scene in the office, the therapist's office.
Yeah.
When Mallory's like, you shouldn't be like ashamed of going to therapy. Like, it's fine. Like, people need it. I loved that scene. But
she says something where she's just like, really, everybody can't help but love you. Like even like Mallory, who was like the biggest critic of her.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Like,
she's
you're
like,
pretty solid.
I used to really hate you, and then she's like, I haven't heard that before, and then she says, but I can see why.
Yeah.
So cute. Yeah. Such a cute moment. I'm like, wow, Mallory really turns it around. It's like, you got to be able to change your mind about people. That's the best part. That's a great thing to have.
Do we trust Mallory? Do we think Mallory's pure?
I want to, so
I think so. My favorite thing is in the first episode with Jeanette. There's the episode where like Mallory is going full like Janice Ian, like about the friendship with Jeanette going south, where it's basically just like the scene in Mean Girls where they're driving by and they're just like, oh, you're hanging out with your cool friends, couldn't come to my art show.
Yeah, totally. I got that vibe too.
So
Vince is so
we
cute.
think that Kate's parents are definitely sketch.
Yeah.
So maybe Kate's mom left the liar note on her door and is trying to frame Mallory.
That's an interesting one. The mom is such a
the mom,
bitch.
Oh,
Fuck
she's
the
a
mom.
fucking asshole. Oh, another thing I wanted to say was I also am curious of when the kidnapping actually occurred, because she's with the vice principal. Like, because it makes you think in the third episode when she's like drunk sitting on the curb, that's when you think it happens. Mm-hmm. And then in this episode, the mom's like, the mom's like, thanks for bringing her back home after the garden party.
Yeah.
So you know it doesn't happen there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need that to happen soon.
What do you guys think about the VP? What's his name?
I'll look it up.
No, it's Martin. So I actually like really enjoyed that scene with Martin and her, because they were like bonding. He doesn't seem like a psycho. It's so crazy how sociopaths can just blend right the fuck in.
Yeah, because he's giving off the vibes of like what you would want from a teacher that like cares about their student.
Right.
Like a nice teacher that you would get like tight with.
Yeah.
Like normally in those things you would see like as soon as Kate turns away, he'd be like staring at her, like you know, like something to be like, oh, there it is, there's a psycho. But they don't show any beats of that. Even like beforehand when he's like getting scared of the gunshots, like nothing about that seemed threatening to me. They shared one look when he first got out of the car and like she was like, all right, I'll catch you later, and like she kind of like looked at him like it was like flirty almost from her end.
Well, and also it makes you wonder, because like why didn't she just tell Jamie she walked outside and was talking to the teacher?
Because you think something might have happened?
No, I don't think
after they went to bed?
No, I don't think something happened. I'm just saying like
she's
being shady about
as
that.
a crush.
I don't know. You're putting too many words in my mouth.
I know. I am. I really am.
But no, like why wouldn't she just be like, oh, I couldn't sleep, so I just walked. I came outside and Mr. Martin was there.
Mr. Martin. How about when fucking this is where I'm gonna butcher the name, I think. Ben, the boyfriend? Ben? Jamie. There you go.
I literally just said Jamie.
When Jamie fucking rocks Jeanette, that is an insane reaction to just run out and rock her in the face.
Like, absolutely insane. They're like, you punched her.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
And
so...
fuck those friends. Those two friends are the worst.
Oh my God. They dropped Jeanette so quick when Kate came back.
I would have
done.
Dude,
Fuck
and
Jeanette.
then the brother, like, I love the scene where the brother and dad are just like, yo, we gotta have some words.
The brother's
because
handsome.
like no matter
So
how
handsome.
pissed off or upset you are, no. Like,
I mean,
no.
that's just not my. Oh my God. He just sprints up to her and rocks her in the face. I was like, yo.
I also hate that he makes out with her after that.
I know.
And Kate catches it. I'm just like, Jamie, this was your time. But then I guess that shows that Jamie actually did love Jeanette.
We see no
I don't think that
actual time spent with Jamie and Jeanette, so we have no stock in them. We're just like, what? Ew, why is he wet?
Well, we had, the second or third episode, you get like a lot of them. Like they have sex for the first time.
You're right.
They're
you're
like
right.
skating together.
Right, that's how much you
He's
know.
like,
I do not give a
I
fuck
know.
about them.
He says to his
not
friends, like,
shipping.
she's just different. So I think he genuinely liked her.
I think he liked her more than Kate,
Yeah.
honestly, now that I'm recalling that episode as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah. Well,
It's all coming back.
Because then I was getting confused. Like, I'm like, was Kate like a bad person? But she's not. Like, Kate was like the popular girl that was nice to people.
I think the problem with Kate probably is that when you're dating Kate, you're probably dating Kate's whole family.
Yeah.
And all of the status and all of the pressure of that versus like, even though Jeanette is trying to be Kate, she's from just like a normal family that's just like chill. And I'm sure that has a huge... Because imagine dating someone whose family is like Kate's.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
that has got to be stressful and frustrating.
And I want to know what happened with Jeanette's parents.
Yes, because the mom's just gone.
Sarah Drew's gone.
Oh, yeah. We haven't talked about Sarah Drew at all.
And I love her in this.
She's the reason I really knew about the show. She was posting about it all the time, and I'm a Sarah Drew stan.
Jessica
Speaking
Biel
of tonight's grades, oh yeah, she's a executive
she's
producer.
a producer, so she kept
She
posting
would. She
about
does
it.
freaky shit all the time. Sinner is her other show.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Dude, you would love the Sinner season 1.
Really?
They're
Where-
talk about like anthology. They're completely different, except the detective is the same in all of them. I think season 1 as a standalone season is fucking great.
What's it on?
It'll be on Netflix, but I forget what it was on. It was on something random.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, you'll like it. But Jessica Biel's like got her fucking anti-vaxxer hoe. Jessica
she?
Biel, yeah, which means Justin
Wait,
Timberlake
didn't
is.
she? I thought she posted of her getting the vaccine.
She might be getting this vaccine, but she herself is an anti-vaxxer, like with her children. She does not vax her children. Sarah Drew's mom, when she's having the conversation about like, she's like, I was the homecoming queen and the this and the that. And I'm like,
Wait, Sarah Drew's mom?
sorry, Sarah Drew,
The mom.
the mom.
Okay.
Talking to Jeanette.
Yes.
Cindy, I think her name is, talking to Jeanette. And I was like, no, Sarah Drew.
And so there's a Sydney, I think, and a Cindy. So
Surprise, Sydney.
I think their names are similar if it's not that. But the dad, Kate's stepdad, is having an affair with like a Sydney. And I
a fake
thought
affair.
it was
Alleged affair.
Yeah, alleged affair.
Alleged
True.
did.
I forgot.
Oh, there
Alleged
you go.
affair. But at first, when she said like Sydney or whatever, it was so close to Cindy that I was like, oh, this is good. Like, I would actually love that. That is fucking good.
Yeah, me too. Because Cindy, Sarah Drew's character, actually said, like, I think he had his eye on me too when he came to town. I
And
was
that's
like,
what I was
why
like,
are you
who
saying
said?
this, dude?
I know, yes.
Like, why are you doing this?
But I hate how mean the mom is, like, when they run into each other at, like, the aerobics class. And she's just, like, such a fucking bitch. Like,
Which,
and
Kate's mom?
like, yeah, and
Yeah.
Kate's like, no, like, we should, like, do
See, I
lunch with
love
them.
Kate.
I
She's
know.
the
She's so
best.
sweet.
So sweet.
I mean, I'm excited to see what happens in
Yeah,
the last
me
3
too.
episodes.
I'm not even trying to guess. Like, at this point, I'm just letting it wash over me. I think it's great.
But I'm saying Mirrors. I
Mirrors
want
is
it.
so good.
We're all going to re-binge it tonight. And
Yeah.
be texting the group chat.
I
like,
might just
the
like
fucking
do the
mirrors.
scroll thing where every
Looking
time,
for mirrors.
yeah. Well, every time I see them like at the house or whatever.
Yeah, because I actually that scene of Kate in the basement like kind of freaked me out. Like I was like, what is happening? Because it's like a long cut of her just standing there like looking around the room, and it's like a weird angle with the mirrors. And I'm like, and I think I panicked like something's gonna fucking happen to Kate. Or fuck. Why do I keep saying
I was
Kate?
like, I actually don't know what scene you're talking about. Jeanette.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, guys. I'm really fucking up today.
Yeah.
Jeanette. It's July 1993 or maybe June.
And
She breaks,
so she's a
she breaks
Dorcas.
into the
Okay.
she's in her nerdy
She's
face.
Dorcas.
Yeah, God. And she goes into the basement, and it's like a long shot of her just standing there, and it's like the angle with the mirrors, and I was like spooked. Like I'm like something bad is gonna happen, and then nothing happens. Like I'm like something bad because it's the first episode, so I didn't know what the fuck to expect.
I do want to talk about before we end. So do you think that like is there stuff for Kate to cook down there or something? Because it looked like he had like
potatoes,
vegetables, and like onions.
I don't
like,
know.
What
Shannon, when we were younger, used to eat raw potatoes like you would eat an apple.
No.
I swear, Shannon, if you're listening, please confirm.
Shame. Shame.
But no, I know. I was thinking the same thing. Like he went all out grocery shopping for her, like sweet, nice.
So bathroom. There was a bathroom. She was showering at one point, right?
The shower trick was good.
Yeah.
Like that was smart as fuck of her. But of course, he's like too crazy. He knows to lock the fucking door.
It's just like, oh my God, I know. And leading up to stairs, like a basement is such a like a power thing. Like you're already lower, right? And like if you're trying to escape, they could just like kick you down the stairs. I have a weird thing with stairs, like because Jimmy used to chase me up the stairs. Jimmy's my brother. Used to chase me up the stairs, and that like it makes my body melt. Like I turn into a puddle. I'm always in a fight or flight situation. I'll just fall really like
so
I
neither.
Will. Yeah. Well, right. Like I'm just
no, not with the ape. You did not.
Well, with the ape, we were running. Stephanie did what I would do now, but I think we were like far enough away that I could like run. But if someone's right on my tail, there's no way.
You took that sled and tossed it like a fucking saucer. You were trying to.
What the fuck is that? Yeah, totally.
I'm not kidding when I say I wish my life was videotaped at all times.
I know.
Because I would just rewatch it all the time.
I love that. That's a sign of a good life, sister. All right, y'all.
That wraps it up.
Love ya. Hate you, Jeanette, though.
Team Kate.
This has been My Favorite Episode Of. My Favorite Episode Of is produced by Matt Kelly as part of the Geekscape Network and hosted by Julie and Kathleen. Check out our show notes for all of our socials and email us at myfavoriteepisodepodcast@gmail.com. Rate, review, and subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting apps, and we'll be back next week with a new episode of My Favorite Episode Of.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network. You're listening to the Geekscape Network.